Hey, what's up? It's your boy Onyxe back with another video. So today's video right here, I want to talk about Mui Mui and a possible idea I like to see SK do with the character. For those who know, Mui Mui was a member of the Another World team alongside Loveheart and Nakawuru. However, unlike Nakawuru, which was created and owned by SNK, both Mui Mui and Loveheart were characters from different IPs. Now at the time, those companies had given SK the character licensing, but during the time between I guess SK Heron's Tag Team Frenzy and King of Fighters 14, SK returned the IPs to both Loveheart and Mui Mui. Loveheart first, and then later down the line, Mui Mui was getting back to her original creators. Now, unlike Loveheart, which I do like Loveheart, but her fighting style to me is kind of bland, Mui Mui had a really cool fighting style of Kung Fu. I love her command grab, especially as you combo into her command grab, and the EX version of her command grab is so cool, and Mui Mui's moves were so unique. And I like that her records did not break my fingers, unlike Alice. I love Alice as well, but God, doing Alice's records hurt my freaking hands. But Mui Mui is such a cool character. Her design is on the simple side, but that's not the end of the work. Obviously, they could always give her a new design had SK continue to own the character, but unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case. If I'm incorrect, please tell me in the comments. But one thing I want SK to do with Mui Mui, if they do decide to do anything with her moveset, because her moveset is too cool to leave in the dust, I sincerely hope that SK gives her fighting style, at least her special attacks, not her like her basic buttons, but her special attacks. Even they decide to get a character different supers, which is understandable. I want Mui Mui's spiritual successor to be a male fighter, not a female, because in fighting games, which is very common, and I triple checked, but I noticed for a very long time, let's say for instance a male character, let's use Abel from Street Fighter. Abel was introduced in Street Fighter 4. While Abel in my opinion was a pretty decent character, not exactly the most coolest character, let alone protagonist worthy, but I did like Abel. Abel did not sit well with the general Street Fighter crowd, and Capcom noticed that quickly, so that's why in Street Fighter 5 he was regulated to be an NPC, and in Street Fighter 6 he was replaced by Manon, who is also in my opinion a very boring character herself, but that's a topic for another day. But my main thing is this: when a male character does not succeed in fighting games, they are often replaced by a female character, because the female character is either going to be more sexier or she just has a cooler vibe, and people tend to like the female version where they did not like the male version. Like another good example, Aki and Fang. Fang was pretty much hated by the entire Street Fighter community. Meanwhile, Aki is well received, and all Aki really is the female version of Fang, a poison user. But since she's a woman, and since she does it in a way that's more cooler, people took to Aki well, whereas Fang was like, what the fuck is this? So my thing with Mui Mui, if Mui Mui cannot come back to KOF due to licensing reasons, which I think would be the main reason, because that's why we got Team Sam Show and King of Fighters 15, because SK owns all three characters of Team Sam Show, Mui Mui's fighting style should be given to a character that SK will actually create and will properly own. And Mui Mui's moves, I can see some tuning up so they can look more masculine. I could definitely see that being given to a sexy Chinese Kung Fu fighter, and a Chinese male Kung Fu fighter, to make sure you guys know, not a female fighter. I do not want Mui Mui's spiritual successor to be a woman. I think it would be such a cool idea, because not only it would be a first in fighting games, because I do not recall no fighting game ever replacing a unsuccessful female character with a male spiritual successor. But there's been many cases where a unsuccessful male character has to be replaced by a female. There's Lily for T-Hawk, Manon for Abel, Aki for Fang, and then we go to other games. For instance, you would go like for instance, like I'm trying to think of a good example, because I'm saying instance, and like yeah, now I'm kind of pausing on it. I'm trying to think of it. This another game I know did it as well, where the male character, I would say, no, actually, I can say as well, SK, Leona with Heiner. You know, SK did not get rid of Heiner forever. Eventually, Heiner was replaced by Leona being more KOF games than her dad, but Leona's premise was pretty much being a female Heiner. And a lot of other fighting games has done that. I may not be able to recall it from the jump of my head, but I know Play More Fighting games have replaced a male character who did not do well with the fandom of that particular fighting game, and was replaced by a female version of that character, because the female version was sexier and, you know, a girl, so they got better attention. So I will hope if SK cannot bring back Mui Mui in a future KRF game for ABC reasons, that she is replaced by a male character. Like a male character uses her fighting style seen here, particularly her records and her command grab, particularly those. Also, would not mind like the little double flying kick. That'd be cool to see as well. But that's just something I like to see happen, because I know it's not something that's common in fighting games. I don't think it's ever been done, as I said before. And I just think it'd be an all-around cool idea. Now, this video is really random, but I want to do something a little different for my channel. I don't want my channel just being just second uploads and me streaming all the time. Sometimes I want to put my orthodox ideas out into existence, and that's what my YouTube channel is for. But anyways, please let me know in the comments. Plus, if I am mistaken by any unsuccessful female character being replaced by a male character, please let me know in the comments as well. But anyways, that's all I really want to say. Thank you so much for listening. And in the future, I do want to elaborate more about having female characters who don't take well with the fandom replaced by a male fighter. Because, you know, if it could be done when a male character is not successful, it's replaced by a female version of them who's just hotter and maybe easier to use than that male character. I think the same should be done with a female character who does not hit the target or has been playable in a long time, is replaced by a male version of that character. Anyways, love you guys. Peace and take care. Honest play out. Ciao. Until next time.